Conventionality belongs to yesterday. There is a chance that we can make it so far. We stop believing now we can be who we are. Greece is the word that you heard. It's got groove, it's got meaning.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday Night Live with Kim. So, I didn't work DoorDash for 2 straight days in a row. And I think you're going to want to stick around for this because I think you're going to be surprised in why I had literally zero earnings in DoorDash for 2 days. And I'll be honest, it kind of felt good. So we're going to get into that tonight. And welcome everybody, first of all, who is joining us tonight. We've been in a heat wave here. I know a lot of the country it's been some ridiculously hot temperatures going on. The only thing I can say is, it's been a little toasty outside. So hopefully everybody is staying cool and relaxed as much and hydrated, I should say, as much as humanly possible. So, I feel like I've talked a lot over the years about DoorDash. I felt like I have done, I can't even tell you how many videos on DoorDash. And, it's weird because that's how this channel started, four and a half, something like that, years ago. And it evolved into Uber Eats and Grubhub and multi-apping and ways of people making money. And it's really for your entertainment. It is to motivate you to go out, have some fun, and make money along the way. But it hit me, a lot of drivers have been coming up to me, or even in the comments, like, you only do DoorDash. I'm like, why is everybody getting the impression? And a lot of it is because I do a lot of DoorDash content, but I really am a multi-apper, true and true. I have always been a multi-apper from the very beginning, and I talk a lot about multiple streams of income. But let's face it, YouTube is a business all in itself, and the algorithm just loves to push out DoorDash content for whatever reason. But I make my money not just through DoorDash, hence the Kim Side Money Plans. That's how my name even began, because I truly believe in multiple streams of income coming in. And when it comes to content, will I do DoorDash content? Yes. But really going forward, like, I really feel like I need to show you guys everything or every app that I have been doing. And we're going to get into why I didn't do DoorDash for 2 days straight in just a little bit. But, when you really think about it, like, I am still a full-time driver. And I can honestly say I am a gig worker who does YouTube and not the other way around. Yes, this is a business. Yes, I still make money. It's a side hustle for me, just like all these other streams of income coming in. But really, what it boils down to is my roots come from multi-apping. And that's exactly what I did the 2 days that I took off from DoorDash. And it's crazy to me. Sorry, I forgot my phone was still on. It's crazy to me that how we evolve, right? How a lot of these apps have evolved over the years. And I always say you evolve with these apps with their changes, because if you don't evolve, then you're stuck, you're stagnant, and you're not making money. So how do you keep evolving yourself? And through that, it's multi-apping, right? It's finding new apps, it's finding new ways of making income. And, who knows? It might not even be in the gig economy. You might find different ways out there besides the gig economy of doing it. You might, like, I'm making this up. You might try Etsy, you might try Shopify, you might try, there's so many different side hustles and side businesses out there that it really isn't just all about the gig economy. But what it really is, it's really about multi-apping. And that's what I did for the past 2 days. And I'll be honest, it felt good. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to challenge myself. I don't know whether challenge is the right word, because I really don't feel like it was a challenge, but I'm going to use it for the like a lack of better words to use. But I wanted to challenge myself. If I did not even know DoorDash existed and I still work the apps the way that I normally do as far as multi-apping, can I still make my goals? Can I still make money? Do you really need DoorDash in order to survive? Because let's face it, right? So when you think about it, DoorDash is the king of the food delivery space, right? They're the on-demand delivery. That's what's up. It's all about DoorDash. And then you have Uber Eats and you have Grubhub, but they're king. Can any driver out there survive without having DoorDash? And I'm here to tell you, you can, because I absolutely did it. And by doing this, I made, you guys know, you should know what my goals are by at this point, but I superseded my goals every single day without even touching DoorDash. And I think that was the fun of it. I think that was the fun challenge of it. Like I used food delivery. What else did I use? I used grocery delivery. I used catering. I used just different things to really, what it came down to is working the apps and utilizing them to give me the best offers I possibly can get while I'm out there making money. Did I work longer hours? No, I actually worked shorter hours. That's the whole fun of it, right? When you're out there, you want to make the most amount of money and work the least amount of time. At least that's what I am always trying to do. To me, like that's the fun game of what I do. Like, how can I make the most amount of money, work the less amount of hours so I can get back and spend the most amount of time I can with my family? Thank you, Josh. Sorry to interrupt the program today. I'm here to check on my two favorite Yankees fans are doing. You know, even though they're going through a rough spot, it's all good because I still think you are going to be owing me a big chunk of change, Josh, at the end of the season. I'm just gonna put it out there. Okay, now for all of you Yankee fans out there, go Yankees. We'll see, Josh. We'll see at the end of the season what actually happens. But thank you, much appreciated. Okay, going back to multi-apping. So I did food delivery, I did grocery delivery, I did catering apps, and I really did take whatever the best order was coming in was what I was taking. And that could have been Uber Eats, it could have been Instacart, it could have been Grubhub, it could have been catering. Like it's all about making money and at the end of the day making your goals. And that's exactly what I did. And let's face it, I just talked about the heat wave that we've been going through, and man, who wants to do food delivery in a heat wave? I know I don't. I you know I've been doing a lot of shopping because I really love being in cold, cool supermarkets. doing longer catering orders and staying out of this heat. Like it's insanely hot. I'm sure you guys are feeling it just as much as we are. Yeah, it to me, shopping has been a main source of what I've been doing over the past couple days. Not just the 2 days I didn't do DoorDash, but over the past like couple of days because I just didn't want to sweat my butt off out in the out in the crappy heat. I would rather be in air conditioner. Heck, I even one day the grocery store by me was so cold I ended up bringing my sweat jacket. It was probably like 90 something degrees outside, 100, I think, real feel. And I'm walking into the supermarket with my hoodie, and I'm pretty sure people um, were just like, what is this girl crazy? I'm like, yeah, I have to do like, I'm going to be in here for a while. So it's all good. You can look at me crazy. Ah, it's just been like the air, like we have air quality alerts, we have was it excessive heat warnings. It's just it's not fun. Like you walk outside and you try to take a gulp of air and it's like the air is just so thick. Like food delivery just hasn't been high on my list of things that I want to do to make money these past couple of days. But yeah, Uh, yes, it is super humid. Hence the curly hair. There's no straightening this hair when it is this disgusting outside. It's just gross outside. And very true. Make sure you carry extra wood in your car, not only for you, but emergency. Very good tip. But yeah, I know, Thomas, you're a Yankees fan too. So it's Josh, don't worry. We'll wait until the end of the season. I'm pretty sure you might owe me some money at the end of the season. I'm just kidding. Oh, but yeah, I think we're in the excessive heat warning until I don't even know. I didn't say until I don't know when this actually breaks, maybe Friday, Saturday. And it's been going since last Friday or Saturday. I said, I think we might need to go to the beach just to escape some of this and get some maybe shore air going on. I mean, we get some of the ocean air, but man, I think it's time to do something about this heat. But anyway, it's all about shopping, is what how I digressed from that. But you know, so here's my thing. When it comes to this week. Besides it feeling good that I didn't even turn on the DoorDash app, there are always ways of making money. Like it doesn't just have to be one app. And believe me, I have fellow drivers that I know personally and who do one app and are absolutely phenomenal and successful. And you know what? If it's working for you, keep doing whatever's going to make you money. For me, it's about multi-apping, and it really is about having multiple streams of income to get that one big number. But what I've learned over the years, the more app reliant you become, and even though it appears on YouTube for your entertainment, purposes that I am just a DoorDash driver. I am not just a DoorDash driver. I'm going to throw that out there. I am not just a DoorDash driver. Is it a main app? Yes, because it's king of the food delivery space. But I really wanted to take these 2 days and say, you know what? I don't need DoorDash in order to make my money. So I turned on Instacart and I turned on Uber Eats and I, like I said, Grubhub. I did deliver that. I even did Cartwheel. Like I did all three catering apps this past weekend. And it really worked out in my benefit to the point where I had a phenomenal Saturday because of it. And I couldn't have been any more happier that I don't even want to do and it's not even an experiment because I've always been multi-apping. So I wouldn't even call it an experiment. I wanted to prove it to myself and me foremost, because let's face it, that's why I do it. I do it for myself. You guys should be doing it for yourself. Um, and it was it was nice. I have to tell you, it was absolutely nice. Has anyone received notification from DoorDash, the new unlimited pay by times? I've not heard of that yet. Let me know if you have or send it my way. I'll be more than happy to take a look at it for you. But no, I've never heard of that. Um, so anyway, so you guys let me know. Have you guys ever experimented with the apps to the point where like you turned one of them off? I'm not using it today. I'm going to be trying to work without it to see what's going to happen. And that's exactly what I did. Hold on. And it's amazing when you turn something off and you forget that it even exists. To me, it pushed myself to even prove to myself that I don't need a certain app to make money in this gig economy. I always say there's tons of money to be made out there. You just need to find it. But you might need to change your tactics or even your comfort zone to really figure out if that's the way that you want to make your money. Go back years ago, I was not a fan. I'm like, I am never going shopping. I hate shopping for myself. Why would I want to go shopping for other people? But then over the years, I wised up and said, oh my God, there's so much money to be made in grocery shopping. Why the heck am I not doing it? I call it suck it up, buttercup. I sucked it up and I started doing grocery delivery. And I'm glad that I did because it gave me more earning potential. So I'm going to say, don't turn your back or a blind eye to some of these apps because it might not be in your comfort zone. Try to live a little bit outside your comfort zone and see whether it makes you more money. And in my case, shopping has been a lifesaver during heat waves because it keeps you nice, it keeps you nice and cool. Okay, so catering is blowing up since schools ended. That's pretty awesome. To me, it hasn't for me. It hasn't given me more. It hasn't given me less. I feel like it's been steady Eddie for me for the past couple of months. So I really can't complain. Like I said, I always treat these catering apps like they're extra, right? So if I get one, I get one, great. If I don't get one, then you know what? It's on with the regular scheduled program and I multi app and I figure out a way on the days that I don't have it to still continue to make my goals. So I kind of look at it as a bonus. If I get one, fantastic. I'm excited to get one. Like, what are the chances? Yesterday, I had none. I had no catering scheduled. And in the morning, I got a delivered for the afternoon. And in the morning, I got to deliver that for like that morning. So, like, I had two in the matter of like 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden, I had half of my day in already. So, you can never know how these apps are going to perform, right? Shopping for beer is fun. New Jersey, we don't have liquor in our supermarket. So I'm going to take your word for it unless we do an alcohol delivery. So, Josh, you lift can be annoying as hell at times. Okay. I still haven't done rideshare. I don't know whether rideshare is for me. I'll never say never because I feel like every time I say I'll never do something, I end up doing it eventually. And yeah. That's interesting. You've been seeing school supplies already. Didn't for us schools just got out like 2 weeks ago. I'm just saying but a lot of places in the country go back a lot earlier than we do. So, Becky, hey, Becky, I've shifted numerous times in my gig work journey. It feels refreshing at times. And then it's also kind of fun to be like, oh, yeah, I can flip this one and I want to do this. You know, I feel like it's like you're playing. I don't even know whether Rubik's Cube is a really good analogy, but you feel like with the gig economy, there's a lot of moving pieces and you have to keep moving them around until you find the right combination. And just when you think you have all the sides of a Rubik's cube like figured out and it's solved, someone comes and like meshes it all up again the next day and you have to figure it all out again. Like I feel like the gig economy is just one big huge Rubik's cube that you're trying to figure out in order to make your money in this gig economy. Was that a good analogy? I don't know whether it is, but I guess my point is it's always evolving, it's always changing, and every single day is never the same. Like there was one day, like I killed it on Uber Eats. I mean, they were just giving me shopping orders and they were giving me phenomenal orders in itself. And I was like, oh, where did this come from? And then the next day, I couldn't do absolutely anything on Uber Eats, but yet another app like kicked in and I kicked butt in that app. So I feel like every day is just never the same in this gig economy, which I think is why having so many different apps is honestly key because if I was working DoorDash and if it wasn't producing for me, you know what? I don't need it. I'll move on to other apps that I know that can. Like there are always options. And I guess that's my thing with being app reliant. Like I can honestly say I will never be app reliant, never be app reliant. If you're app reliant on just one app and it's not producing for you, you're not making money. If you have other apps to rely on, you can shut it off, forget about it, and then move on to other things that can make you money. So, anyway. I did see that. I thought I replied to this for you. But it was absolutely hilarious. A raccoon just kind of took over that order and kept on eating. It was actually pretty awesome. I'm sorry, Christopher, if I didn't reply to that, but I thought I did. Uh, but yeah. Well, that's awesome. I had a $72 Spark the other day. That's amazing. 20 items, 4 miles. I was like, "Woohoo." Then I spotted the 55-inch TV and it still took 45 minutes. Oh, I am so sorry. Oh, that's the worst. I remember a couple of years ago, they ran a special. And I think it was one of their deal days in November. And like every single um on demand or online order was those 55-inch TVs. So what they would do is they would give you like 10 drops and then they would sneak a like 55-inch TV and every single one of them. And I knew it wasn't going to fit in my car. So like I couldn't do any of those fantastic orders that were paying like a ridiculous amount of money at the time because I couldn't get the TV. I was about ready to strap one on the top of my roof just so I can actually complete them. So I feel your pain. Oh man. But yeah. So anyway, so going back to multi-apping. So a day, 2 days without DoorDash. What is a girl to do? A girl is out there to make her money. And that's what it's really, that is what it is really all about. It's really just using these apps to benefit you and really benefit the way that you want to make your money. Are you still doing Spark? I am still doing Spark. I don't do it as often as I used to. I actually did a Spark order last week. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna turn on apps. I said this, God, I can't even tell you how many years ago. Just turn them all on and take whatever so like I literally went back to, I'm not gonna say I turned them all on because all the alerts would probably like drive me to drink, but I did turn on Christopher, I turned on Shipped. I turned on Spark. I did do a Spark. The problem with Spark is it's a ways away from my house. So if I'm going to do Spark, like I have to like dedicate going over to a Walmart and knowing that I'm actually going to be working the Spark app along with my other apps on a different zone that I don't normally go over to. So I have to dedicate the time to doing a Spark just because I'll be working differently if I do that. But yeah, I still do Spark is the roundabout question. Does anybody else here do Spark? I know Becky just got on to Spark a couple weeks ago. Do any of you guys still do Spark? I'll throw that question right back at you. I have heard of this. It has not come to my area yet. In-home service option that some people, DoorDash customers, can opt to have. I have instead of leave at door. So what Jennifer is talking about is they're testing in some markets that customers. Are you ready for this? Customers can opt to have drivers bring their groceries for, I guess, whatever additional fee into their home. Now, I haven't read much about it, whether you're supposed to put away the groceries, but I know it is for them, for you as a driver, to physically bring the groceries into someone's home. I am not comfortable myself to say I haven't done it for an elderly lady. I would be lying. Or I did it a couple of weeks ago because a lady had a broken leg and I wasn't going to have this lady carry 2 cases of water with a broken leg. So to me, there are extenuating circumstances that I have helped out a customer. It's not something I do on a regular basis. So I think for safety, I don't think it's a very enticing program. I think it's honestly a little dangerous. And there could be areas that aren't that safe, and you're not going to get an 80-year-old lady. So I have a safety issue with that. I don't know. How do you guys would you guys go into someone's home if DoorDash paid you and the customer paid DoorDash in order to have their groceries delivered inside? I'll leave that up to you guys. Let me know in the comments. Would you actually deliver into someone's house on purpose? But yeah. Yeah, with all the crazies out there in the world, I am not a fan of this whatsoever. You don't know what people are capable of. Like, I even have a hard time even during food delivery. I don't know, you guys, like sometimes I get notes from apartments, and like they're 2-level apartments, the bottom floor and the top floor. And a lot of times people want you to like enter the doorway and go up the stairs and leave it out. Like, I even have a hard time with that because I don't know what I'm walking into. And yeah, I just think that it's I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. That's my own personal opinion. Hello, Steve from Twitter land. How are you? Welcome, everybody. If you're watching on Twitter, we are live streaming on Twitter as well. So if you are here on Twitter, don't be shy and get your comments in as well. Okay, so people are doing Spark again. Thomas, Spark is giving me shop and delivers again. Well, that's amazing. When I did turn it on, that's actually the order I did. It was a shop and deliver. It was like 5 items. I was in and out the door. And there were 3 other shop and delivers that were up for grabs that anybody could take, which I was actually kind of shocked. So maybe Spark it's turning itself around, and maybe we'll see. I don't think we're ever going to see the fantastic pay that Spark once had, but maybe things are starting to look up for Spark. I still have my apprehensions, and I'm still going to tell everybody to please be careful when you're doing Spark. But yeah, maybe they're making a bounce back. Thomas, cheers. Thank you for, I guess I should turn that around. So you can say it. Whoops, this way. Cheers for a Dr. Pepper. Much appreciated. Oh, fantastic. So we have 5 people in Twitter watching. Well, welcome everybody from Twitter. Oh, I am Kim Side Money on Twitter. Almost every social media, I am Kim Side Money Plans, and then I think on Twitter it was too long, so I had to shorten it to Kim Side Money. But yes, I am on Twitter as well. I'm on Twitter. I'm on TikTok. I am on Instagram. All under Kim Side Money Plans. So, okay. So, Christopher, you're weighing in on this. You would not go into someone's house, customers lie about not getting their food. What's to stop them lying you stole something? That's another thing. Besides your like safety, like what happens if you go into someone's house, you put away you brought in their groceries? What happens if they say their diamond ring is missing? Or what happens if they say someone stole their phone? Like, and they automatically assume that it's their DoorDash driver. I just think I think that there is a lot of liability, and it's the liability is not going to be on DoorDash. It's going to be on the driver, and I am not. I don't feel comfortable doing it. Right? It sounds like a real serial dream scenario. It does. Like, I mean, God, I feel like we're a statistic a lot of times anyway, just by reading a lot of these news articles. Why not make DoorDash drivers even more statistics by allowing them to go into customers' houses? And no, like I said, have I done it for elderly people? Yes, I am not heartless. I am going to help. I'm going to help out if I can, but I am not a fan of this whatsoever. At least that's my opinion on it. You guys can let me know. I know some of you guys are starting to chime in, but nope, nope, nope. So, Steve, nowhere in DoorDash terms does it say you are bonded while in people's houses. See, there you go. It could just be, um, yeah, it could be. Honestly, it could be a disaster. Absolutely, I think it could be absolutely disaster. Kim's kindness. Ah, thank you. Much appreciated. You know, live it, breathe it. I really do. I appreciate it. Let's put it that way. Um, that doesn't mean that I'm not straight and to the point either. So I think a lot of times people take kindness for a weakness. And I think that's general in life. And I always say, don't take my kindness as a weakness because I have no problem coming back at you and being very direct with you. But I just believe in spreading kindness because there could be a lot more kind people in this world and it would make it a lot better place out there. Yeah, right? Uh, no, I wouldn't let a random driver into my house. No, 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 no. I'm good. Oh, okay. What flavor Dr. Pepper would you see next? Oh, that's a good question. I feel like they've done I was not a big fan, Christopher, of that coconut one. I'm not gonna lie. The coconut was just way overpowering. I was not a fan of it. So coconut was a no-go. Um, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I know this would be too close to probably their cream soda one, but what happens if they did like a birthday celebration one where they did like a funfetti flavor type of Dr. Pepper? How about that? There you go. I just did the next flavor for Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, you're welcome. DoorDash needs to pay better, period. Yeah. I think we can definitely all agree on that one. You know, I always say this is just such a wacky thing or time we're living in. You know, inflation is going up, the cost of living is going up, groceries are going up. I gas is going up again. I don't know about you guys, but gas has gone up. I don't know there was like the 4th of July weekend or not, but man, for it has gone up. But these apps keep lowering and lowering and lowering their pay. So, like, no, when you come to think about it, in multi-apping, it really is a way to beat a lot of inflation, and it literally is working the apps so you take the best offers. So you're making more money, you're making it in shorter time, and you're not relying on just one app to do it. I keep forgetting about this, Becky. I'm gonna have to look at this the next time I'm in the grocery store. I was thinking about you the other day when I was shopping, and I couldn't remember whether it was Poppy or there was another brand of like sparkling water, and I couldn't remember whether it was Poppy or whether it was the other brand. And I was going back and forth because they had a version of it, so I still need to try it. I know. I really do need to try it. Oops. I crossed over from Twitter. Hey, Steve. Thank you for keeping my Twitter people happy and company. So thank you. um, yeah. Okay. So Poppy only. Okay. So I will try to remember the next time I am in the grocery store to try it. I really was thinking about you this week. I was in, well, I forget what aisle, and it was Poppy, and I'm like, is it Poppy or is it this other brand? And I was going back and forth, and I'm like, I have to ask Becky the next time I talk to her. But yeah, anyway, now we digress from Dr. Pepper. But anyway, guys, so I'm going to throw this out to you. I'm not telling anybody to do what I do, but if you are just working, or if you're app reliant, but you have other apps that you can use, try detox your. Maybe that's what I should have used. I detoxed myself for 2 days. Um, I just, I encourage you to try it just to see. It might bring out other apps that might perform better than what you're used to. And I think you might open your eyes a little differently and work a little differently to achieve your goals. At least that's what I notice when I don't use one app and I try to use my other apps. I think differently, I work differently, I challenge myself differently, and I'm always happy and surprised by the results. And I think that's kind of the moral of my story is try something new. I know in was a couple days ago, last week's video, something like that. I challenged you guys to go out and sign up for just one app that you haven't signed up for. Just put another app in your mix of apps. So hopefully you guys did that. But now I'm going to challenge you that if you are finding yourself just using one app, challenge yourself just for one day. You don't have to do 2 days like I did. One day, shut it off, forget it even exists, and work differently. And I think you will be surprised. And I think you're going to be proud of yourself. Like I was proud of myself that I had a different mindset going into this. And the mindset that I had was okay, I'm not just working this app, I'm working my other apps, and how am I going to get them to perform by me? And it really got, I hate to say, it got me taking more orders because I'm like, I can't sit still. I need to take an app because I need to make my goal. And it was a different mindset. And I think it really helped me out in the long run. And I felt like it reset myself in a way that's actually making me more money. So for me, it was success. Hopefully, if you try something similar to this, it will be a success for you. But I guess also my moral, don't be just app reliant, multi app in order to make your goal. It's for me, it's side money plans. I don't just have YouTube. I don't just have gig work. I do have things outside of both of these entities that are still producing income that comes into me. So it really is about multiple streams of income coming together to make you money in the long run. Who's ready for season 2 of Rideshare Rodeo Roundtable? Are we in season 2? I feel like we're in season like 3 or 4. I don't know, Steve. Are we in season 2? I thought we were in like season 3 or 4. But anyway, don't forget, guys, since we're here and we're talking about the rodeo now, don't forget to join us. Actually, we're taking a break this Thursday, but we're back next Thursday with another roundtable on 9 o'clock Eastern. I forget what Pacific, but it's always a fun and fantastic time. But anyway, guys, that is tonight's show. Thank you so much for coming and being here with me tonight. It is always fun. As always, I really appreciate every single one of you guys. If you are new here and watching this for the very first time, consider subscribing, everyone, on the way out. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to give this a thumbs up so it gets out to the YouTube land. And I will see you guys next Tuesday or in the next video. Bye, everyone.
Stop believing now. We can be who we are. This is the word that you heard. It's got root, it's got meaning. Greece is the time, it's the